Tracy from GrizzlieKnits, and this is my knitting and crocheting podcast. Welcome. It is Tuesday, September 23rd, 2025, and I haven't seen you in a couple of weeks, and I can't wait to show you all the things that I've been working on. I've got quite a lot to show you, a big pile over here. So I have a finished object, I have some whips, a frog sadly, some new cast-ons, and some treats that I bought myself. So let's just get into it. How has everyone been? I'm coming to you from Toronto, Canada. We have a really nice day today. The weather is getting a little bit cooler, which is very exciting for us knitters. Can't wait to pull out all those warmer clothes. And I'm just hot all the time now. So I don't know why I'm so excited about my winter sweaters. But cardigans are my friend, and tank tops underneath, and tops. And I want to show you, speaking of tops, what I finished. I am so happy that I finished my, let me get the glasses on, Crescendo summer top. Just a warning, I'm gonna pronounce everything wrong. I don't know why I do that, but afterwards I'm like, oh, pronounce that wrong and that wrong. So, you're here for the knitting. What can I say? Okay, Crescendo summer top by the Knit Purl girl. So I talked about this last week, and it was my first time trying out sans garn, and here we go, Line? Why is everyone pronouncing it that when it's line, L-I-N-E? But it's not. Everyone's saying it's something else, which screws me around, but anyway, okay. Is Line, line, I don't know, but you know what it is because it's very popular, and I loved it. I wasn't so sure at the beginning because it is a mixture of cotton, more than a mixture, more than half is cotton. And when I was knitting with it, it started getting a little bit splitty, and but it does have linen in it. So everything balanced out, and it's as good as everybody says. Okay, I can't pronounce it, but boy, am I gonna buy it because it is soft. The drape is amazing. I just loved it. So this is a size, what did I do? I did a medium, and this is the color Deep Burgundy. Now, I talked about last week when I was making it, I wanted to add a little personalization and pizzazz. So I didn't do a straight bottom. I looked in my books and I found the feather and fern. So let me just stand up to show you what I'm talking about. I really like the length. I did 10 inches from under my arm down. But when I was and I'm gonna get real close here. When I was at 6 inches, I counted how many, well, let me back up. Feather and fern is a very popular lace pattern. So I went online, and I think I went into one of my books, my knitting books, just a basic knitting stitch book. And the design itself takes 20 stitches. So I counted around and fudged and just got into groups of 20 all through, put my stitch marker, and it's a 4-row repeat. But because you're not going back and forth, I changed. I think I did knit one row, knit the second row, then the fancy stuff. Then I think it was purl, the last row, or it might have been knit. Anyway, if you're interested, you will find it in a lot of places. But it came out really well. So I have a little bit different at the bottom. I'm gonna put up a picture of how it looked. And then I'm gonna put up a few finished object pictures that we took this weekend. My husband and I went a little further north, and we came across a really cute little farm, and we bought an apple pie, and I was wearing this, so I'm like, hey, we've got to take some finished object pictures. He's used to that now. Stopping in beautiful places going, hey, I need pictures. But anyway, my point is I love it. I'm really, really enjoying wearing it, and I can see me buying this yarn because it's perfect. Okay, so that was my finished object. So let's move on. All right, I'm going to show you, I talked about last week how I have 2 friends that I'm making socks for. And the bad news is I don't feel like making them. Why do I do this? I say yes, and then I start making socks and I'm like, yeah, I don't feel like touching them. So that's been bad because I have to get them done. These poor people, like, probably wondering, where's my socks, you know? But it's hard when you don't feel like making something. To make yourself do it is very tough. So I have been trying really hard for an hour a day to pick up one of them and do it. So I'll show you how far I've gotten. And I'm hoping this, like, my sock mojo comes back. I like making socks, but I do find more than anything I knit, it comes in waves. So the first one that I'm making is, sorry, I'm taking these off and on today. I don't know. The first one I'm making is in my Noble Character Crafts bag that I love. And it is the Color Palette Socks, which is a free pattern online, and it's super cute. Put a picture up right here. Very, very cute. And she wanted like more fall inspired socks. And I'm doing them 2 at a time, which is helping, definitely helping. Don't know what I would do if it was, I did one sock and then I had this kind of like motivation or lack of motivation. Okay, so this is how far we've come. And they're looking really pretty. Actually, like, that's not too bad. That's where I was last time. And you can see I've got in that stripe, and I'm just picking like scraps I have. This is like a tweed, really pretty brown tweed. And yeah, there we go. It's nice. I mean, now I'm putting in the heel. She doesn't want it too long, which thank goodness. And I'm liking them. Like when I pick them up, I'm like, oh, this is fun. But I don't know. I want to do other things or knit other things. Not do other things, just knit other things. Anyway, they're coming along. So I'm at the heel, which always takes me a little chunk of time, and then we'll get started on the foot. And I'm gonna have, I think, enough colors where every stripe's gonna be different. So that's gonna be fun. Anyway, we'll keep on trucking along with that. And the other one, for my other friend, in my adorable Anna Green Gables project bag from Kitchen Sink Shop here in Ontario. She wanted a DK, no wool. Well, she didn't want a DK, but I didn't have any fingering with no wool that I wanted to use. Anyway, I'm using Rose Opal Knits on their website. They have a DK sock recipe that I enjoy. So I'm doing them 2 at a time, but on separate needles, magic loop. So this is how they are coming out. And I'm on the heel of this one. So she wanted black somehow in. So I did black, pop a color, and then I did brown. She wanted lots of browns, and then I just put in some black striping, and I'll continue that. This funky yarn is actually this, which is really neat. It is, I think it's a King, do I have the label? No, of course not. It is the King Cole DK, and yeah, it makes a pattern as you go. that's fun. I think I talked about last week how I wanted to match up the pattern. Yeah, no, that was taking way too long and I couldn't figure it out and my brain was exploding. So we don't want that. Though I just like, it's close enough. I'm getting more bitter as we move along because I don't want to make them. But anyway, no, these are for very good friends. Okay, so that's that. All right, those are the two things, my socks. And of course I want to cast on myself socks, but now is not the time to do that. Gotta have some discipline in my life. Okay, next. Oh, we'll do the sad frog story. So I think I'm using the same bag. It's so cute. It's from the kitchen sink shop as well, and it's her chicken bag. So adorable. Okay, so I was making the Jane sweater. Oh no, by, who is Jane sweater by? Oh, can't remember. I don't know. I'll write it down below. Wait, do I have it written down? No, it didn't get to the book yet. It was a very nice pattern. I will be visiting it in the future, but I have 2 skeins of the Estelle Echo Tweed DK. And it's hard to see, but it's like this very kind of, it's actually called marble, but I don't know, my eyes don't see gray, no, it's like a beige, and then there's flecks of tiny little colors in it. And I was going to do, well, I can show you because I didn't quite frog it completely yet. Okay, this is what was happening. I was putting in minis for stripes, and it's a DK. So for this mini, I doubled it, and for this one I forgot, and for this one I forgot. And I did it fingering. Not the end of the world, but, you know, not great. And then I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I don't know. This is a very thin DK. Like, it's like a DK Lite. I don't know. I wasn't loving it anymore. So, you know, that's okay. So I am going to frog it, but I really didn't want to, you know, put the yarn away, and, you know, I really wanted to use the yarn. So this is one of my new cast-ons. It is, oh, I was thinking, what about a vest? Because I only have 2 skeins of it. A vest would be nice. So I found the Staffin Lite by Rebecca Clow, Creabea. I'll put that up there. And it's a DK vest. And I thought, well, that's perfect. So I bought it, and I really wanted to start it yesterday. So I started it, and hold on, I will be back. Sorry about that. Okay, so I bought the pattern, I wanted to start it, and right away I was having like buyer's remorse because it was 28 pages. What? 28 pages. I was like, I don't have the brain space for 28 pages. Anyway, I printed it all. I should have read it first, because a lot of those pages were different sizes. Now, one thing I was upset about was nowhere did it say it was not a written pattern, it was just charted. And I don't love charts. I don't even like charts. So I was kind of disappointed in that. But, and when I went on the reviews, like the Ravelry, like people have done it, first of all, the vest is like so cute. And everyone was so positive. Like, oh, it was so easy. Oh, it was great. And I'm like, what? What am I missing? So I sat down and I'm like, okay, Tracy, you're gonna do this. Like I was this close to like putting it in the garbage, ripping up the pattern. I didn't get it at the beginning. At the beginning, I didn't get it. I didn't understand what she was telling me. And it was like very basic English. Like she wasn't like going on. It was pretty basic. My numbers were not, like I had to, I chose to do a size 3 because I don't want it really tight. And I can't remember, it's a paid for pattern, but let's say like I had to cast on 40 stitches, like nowhere in this pattern was there 40 stitches. Like I couldn't do it. So I was, what am I missing? And then she said, repeat this certain section in red. Well, your girl printed it in black and white. Once I got that, then I started it, and then the skies opened up, the angels started singing, and I was on track. So I started it, finally started it. So here it is. You make the back section first, then you make the front, and you connect them together and you do your binding. That doesn't sound hard. Now, it's a very textured vest, which I think I'm gonna like. And I'm also, it's a half size down from the Jane sweater. And I'm already liking the fabric more. So things are looking up. And this is, a couple years ago, I was making progress keepers. And this is my little ghost. And I thought, why not? Why not? It's getting time. Anyway, now things are just making sense. And I hope it continues. There is a bauble section. I thought about not doing it, but then the more I'm looking at it, they're little tiny baubles. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. So I'm enjoying this now that I know I'm not going crazy. That is a new cast on. We'll go to an old cast on. The Irene Lynn Acacia. Here we go. Acacia cardigan. I'll put a picture up there. I'm joining in on, what is it? Oh no. Bird Studio. Bluebird Studios is doing a knit along for any Irene Lynn pattern. That's how I got excited about doing the Irene Lynn pattern. There's no way I'm finishing this. It's very, like, you can't do this in a car on anything moving while talking to someone. Like, I can barely do it on the couch. It's not because it's hard. It's because you have to pay attention like no other. Okay, let me show you what I'm working on, what I've done, and then I'll tell you, not struggles, but just insights. I'm using the Mondim yarn. It's 100% Portuguese wool. Somebody commented that they love this yarn, and I'm really liking it too. The color is A580. I couldn't find a real color name, but it's like this mustardy yellow. Really enjoying that. And, oh, it's in my old fringe field bag. Sad, they don't make them anymore. Okay, last time we spoke, so 2 weeks ago, I was right here. So I've done this much. Does not look a lot for the time that I have put into this little baby. So the whole thing like is lace and cables. But the good thing is, it is like, you know, the front, the back, and the button bands. You're making your buttonholes as you go. So I am really liking it. Really liking it. It's just taking a long time. So last night, it took me an hour to do 2 rows. And one of the rows was the wrong side row, which you have to pay attention to, but you're not, you know, cabling or lacing, but you have to pay attention. So it's taking me a long time. So I'm not gonna like worry about that aspect of the project. It's gonna take me, if it takes me like a year, it takes me a year. I have to go slow. You cannot, I wanna say you can't make a mistake, but it is very easy to read your knitting. So for example, I was going along and she's telling me to, I'm thinking she's telling me to knit, and I'm looking at my knitting and going, that's a purl. And then I go back and I'm like, oh, my mistake. So as long as you read your knitting, I'm not making too many mistakes, or I'm catching them because of the reading the knitting part. So that's it. I mean, I'm gonna keep going. I love it. I love the texture. I love the color. Irene Lynn is like a fabulous writer. And that's all. It's just time, slow going. You'll probably see this in every video for the next 3 years. But hang with me here. It's gonna be something great. Okay, so I had this and the socks and blankets, and I'm like, this was before the Staffin. But even the Staffin, you have to pay attention. That's not a car knitting situation either. I needed something car knitting situation. I needed something easy, something when people are talking to me in the house, I can pick it up if I don't feel like socks. So I'm gonna, before I show you, well, no, it won't make sense. I picked something from one of my favorite designers, Jesse Maed Designs. For some reason, her and I click. When I make something of hers, it turns out nice. The fit's amazing. Her instructions are amazing. I just love her. So I realized that I have quite a few things I've made, and I thought it'd be fun if I showed you. We had a little Jesse Maed design knitting tour. So let's start with, I guess we'll start with my oldest from Jesse Maed. My first 2 things that I made from her were my secret crop top. I'll show you. They are made in a DK, and they are so cute to wear like under things, like shirts or things that are low, not too low, but low, and I love them. So this is one I made in like a brown, and then this one I just made in a white, and they're so great. I use these all the time. Honestly, I use these so much. I love them. So I would make so many more from her, from this pattern. That was my first thing. My second thing from Jesse Maed, I made, this was, I don't think last year, I think it was a year before, I made the Northwoods V-neck. Let me show you that. Here it is. It looks so wide here, but really it fits so nicely. This was made in, oh my goodness. I remember the colorway. It was Dirty Martini. I can't remember what the yarn was. I got it from the Knitting Loft. I'll write it down below if I can find it. I don't know if they sell it anymore or if they're even dying anymore. But anyway, I loved it. So I made it a little crop. She usually makes her patterns cropped. Like, they're good for me, or even you have to add a little bit because she likes her cropped stuff. And so do I, but not too cropped. Anyway, I love this sweater, so nice. And the deep V is so cute. You wear like a little tank underneath, and anyway, I just love that. And then my latest was her open edge tee that I made. This one. Again, love it. This yarn I got years ago from Sorella in her Disneyland collection. So it's kind of cute. Yeah, love it. And she does like, you know, the little detail here. So there is the open edge tee, which is this, but the detail comes all the way down, this detail. She shows you how to do it. And this is the, oh, what did I just say? This is the open edge tee. That's the, oh no, the outline tee, sorry. The one that comes all the way down is the outline tee. And on that note, I bought the pattern of the outline tank. Because I thought I'm gonna do a tank, because then I just knit, I wanna knit round and round and not think about anything. Put a picture up here of the outline tank. Oh, first of all, I busted out my kitchen sink shop cute fall bag. It's so cute. Like there's animals and sweaters. Oh, I love it. So the outline tank is, you know, a tank, and it's quite wide, which I think will be cute. And then it's got the detail. I have chosen a small, and the yarn I chose was, and you've probably seen this before because I think I started something else and I frogged it. It is in the color Potting Shed, Lichen and Lace from New Brunswick, and it's really pretty, and it really gives me fall vibes because of the oranges and the greens. So I thought that will be fun, even though it's a tank, that'll be fun. Slightly concerned that I wasn't going to have enough to do the tank, even though I'm doing a small, because it is so wide. So I opted to use just a contrasting band. You start from the bottom and you do your band. So I did like a cream, then I started my color to give it more longevity. And I really like how it looks together. It's looking nice. What was I gonna say? In the pattern, the bottom band is 1 inch, and I went up to 1.5 inches. And then we'll see if I need to go up a little bit more, just because I don't want it so cropped. I want it like, you know, my usual, like just above my pant line. Like I wear higher pants. Anyway, so cute. I have my little mushroom. So now I'm just in stocking stitch heaven, like just round and round and round and round for a long time. And that's what I needed on my needles, because I have other complicated issues of stuff. So that's it. So those are the projects that I'm working on that I'm really, really enjoying. It's very hard not to cast on a lot of things right now, but I have to, I say this every time probably, I have to focus in a little bit more. But you know what's gonna happen in 2 weeks. I have 4 new whips, but anyway, we'll see. Okay, I did buy myself a few treats. The Knitting Loft in Toronto had its sale, 25% off everything in the store. including clearance. So I was, looking, and I always try to take these opportunities of sales to try new yarns that I wouldn't normally buy myself because of price or whatever. So I have always wanted to knit with La Bien Amie from Paris, France. Oh yeah. She had these. Oh, well, yeah, she had these on clearance plus the 25% off. So I got a really good, nice little deal. I wouldn't say bargain, but deal. And this color, I know you're saying, but aren't you already knitting with that color? I think I might be. But this is called Yellow Brick Road. So first of all, I love Dorothy, the Wizard of Oz. Second of all, I love Wicked. Wicked's coming out. Third of all, I love this color. It is so pretty. Every time I saw it, I was just like, oh, I like that. She puts it with pink, and it is like magical. So I've got that in my head. So I bought, this is fingering. I bought 2 skeins of this. So I don't know what I'm gonna make. Oh, but it's so pretty and so soft. It's merino, 75 superwash merino and 25% nylon. These will not be socks. These are not going on my feet. No way, Jose. I love them. Okay, so I bought those, and then I really wanted to try her DK, merino DK. So I bought the color Bisque. I bought 2. I don't know what will happen with these. I'm really into vests, or I'm really into like little sweatery, short sleevey things. Could be that. Beautiful. So that was a real treat. Then I wanted to try Sans Garn Double Sunday because I'm really enjoying the other one, and they have so many brands and like types, and I've never used any. So I bought this color. I don't know why I picked this color. There was a few colors that were out, and then I kind of just picked this color, and I don't know. I don't regret it, but I'm not like, my heart's not like jumping everywhere for it. Oh, I don't think there's a name. It's color 3509. It's like, I don't know. It's like a light pink. I don't know. We'll see. It's got like knitting's all about the perfect pattern with the perfect yarn, and how you feel about knitting it all, and what are you in the mood for. Like, a lot has to come together to make something you love and you want to pull out of your closet. So I have great hopes that we need to find this color, a good partner, a good marriage. I was gonna say, what is it made of? I'm going round and round. Oh, there. 100% merino wool. Okay, it's very soft. So I'm assuming Double Sunday is DK. Wouldn't it be DK? It feels more like a worsted. I don't know. I'll do some research into that. We'll see. Okay, so that was all that. And then I had a tiny bit of exciting news that I wanted to share with you. It was Sunday night, and I went on Instagram. Well, first of all, Sandy by the Lakeside. I love her videos. Like, she's amazing. She's an amazing knitter. She has beautiful project bags. She is, she's, you'll want to buy a cookbook after you watch one of her videos, because she's always leafing through cookbooks and whatever. Anyway, I forgot that in July she had a giveaway, and I commented. So she came out with a new video, I guess it was Saturday or Sunday even, and I thought, oh, I'll watch it tomorrow, which was the next day. But Sunday night, one of you reached out and said, hey, you were just selected as a winner on Sandy by the Lakeside's giveaway. What? So, rushed and I watched it and everything, and it was so exciting. It said GrizzlieKnits, and I was like, oh my. So I was really thrilled with that. And I don't know what I won. I don't know. I think it was like she was going to put together some kind of prize pack. So I will, as soon as I get it, I will share it with you guys. And that was like so nice, and I'm so grateful, and I'm so like, it just proves you gotta join these things. Like, you have to try, because you just never know. And because they're random. And anyway, it was just, what a nice way to end the weekend. Okay, so I think that's all I have to tell you today. And let me know down below what you're working on and how you are, feeling. How's your fall lineup going? My fall lineup's a little wonky because of the new thrown in tank top, but I don't care. You've got to knit what you feel like and what brings you joy and happiness. So yeah, that's about it. Have a good few weeks, and I will see you later. Take care. Bye-bye.